Hello everyone, welcome back to Nirja Education, leading you to the last part of the chapter People as Resources. We have learned a lot about what government is doing to turn its population into resource, to turn its population into asset. And your parents are also working hard to make you a resource out of a human. But here we will be talking about a reverse condition. The condition is unemployment. Let us define the term unemployment first. People who are willing to work at the ongoing wages but cannot find job, then such condition is known as unemployment and such people are known as unemployed. People who are willing to work, ऐसे लोग जो काम करना चाहते हैं उसी रेट पे जो रेट मार्केट में चल रहा है, but still they are not getting any work. Let's say if the market rate is rupees 400 per day, this is the rate of wages that generally a labor get, then the labor doing people, they are ready to work at 400 rupees per day, but still they are not getting any work. Let us say the starting salary of an engineer is 20,000 and the engineer is ready to work for 20,000 per month but is unable to find any job. Then that condition, such conditions are examples of unemployment. Unemployment, to understand the term broadly, we have to take some examples. Let us take example of a mother who is well educated but still decides to remain at home and look after children in her home. Then can we call such mother unemployed? The answer is no. Why? Because the mother herself decided not to work, not to go out and work. So willingness to work is the main thing. Another thing is, children, very passionate. They are always after their parents when they are out to work. जब भी निकलते मम्मी या पापा ऑफिस के लिए वो लोग पीछे पीछे आ जाते हैं, मुझे भी ऑफिस आना है. They are willing to work, but still they are not getting any work. Can we call them unemployed? The answer is no, because the working age group starts from 15. Early in the morning when you leave for the school, you see old people laughing in the park, walking in the park or going to temple. And you often think, क्या अच्छी life है इन लोगों की. They don't have to go for any school, any office. Can we call such old people unemployed? The answer is no, because the working age group starts from 15 and ends at 59. So, these examples must have cleared your all doubts about unemployment. Now, unemployment are of various types. Here in this chapter, we will be seeing three types of unemployment. First is seasonal unemployment. Seasonal unemployment is a type of unemployment which is season based. Means in a season, in one particular season, the person is employed and then the person becomes unemployed. Let us say people who are working in kite making or kite selling industry. Then for the time being of that festival, kite flying, they have the work, they have the employment. But then for the rest of the year, they don't have any work. Let us talk about such farmers who mainly depend upon rain for the farming. Then only during the rainy season they have the farming activity, they have the work, they have the employment. But then they do not have any work, they do not have any employment. And this condition is example of seasonal unemployment. Another type of unemployment is disguised unemployment. We have to take an example here also. Let us take example of a farmer who owns a small farm. He, his wife, his two sons and even their wives, these two sons' wives, they all are working in this small farm. In total, 6 people are working in this small farm. Although so many number of people are not required to work in this small farm. मतलब कि ये सो लोग सारे जो मिलके उस खेत में काम कर रहे हैं, उसमें से अगर 2 या 3 लोग कम भी काम करेंगे उस खेत में तो उससे उसके प्रोडक्शन में कोई डिक्रीमेंट नहीं होगा. So that kind of situation is discussed unemployment. By the working of people, if the production or the income doesn't increase, then those persons who are working, who looks like working, are actually unemployed because they are not working up to their potential. This kind of situation is known as discussed unemployment. It is generally found in villages. विलेजेस में ज़्यादातर हमें ये सिचुएशन देखने को मिलती है. सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इज ऑल्सो फाउंड मेनली इन विलेजेस. नाउ कम्स एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. पीपल हु आर वेल एजुकेटेड, ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया, मास्टर्स कर लिया, इंजीनियरिंग कर ली, लेकिन उसके बावजूद जॉब नहीं है उनके पास. People who are educated but still are unable to find any job, any work, then they are examples of educated unemployment. Now, unemployment adversely affects the economy of the country in general. So, what are these effects that we are going to study now? You have learned in this chapter that people are actually resources. People, we also call them manpower. But when they get unemployed, when they do not have any work, then the manpower gets wasted. And as a result, the economy gets slowed down. People turn into liability, burden upon their economy, upon their country. Other than that, the dependence of non-working, unemployed people on working population increases. अब जो अनएम्प्लॉयड लोग हैं इस एज ग्रुप के, उनकी भी रिक्वायरमेंट्स वही है जो वर्किंग लोगों की है. उनको भी हेल्थ इश्यूज़ होते हैं, उनको भी खाना पीना चाहिए. तो अब इन सब के लिए पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे, कहाँ से लाएंगे वो लोग पैसे? वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन के पास है. तो वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन का बर्डन बढ़ जाएगा. देन दैट विल अफेक्ट द लाइफस्टाइल ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल्स, फैमिलीज एंड सोसाइटी इन जनरल. अगर घर में एक ही पर्सन है कमाने वाला और बाकी के 7 लोग हैं जो कोई काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो वो कैसी लाइफस्टाइल जिएंगे? और घर में 4 लोग काम कर रहे हैं, टोटल 7 फैमिली मेम्बर्स हैं, उसमें से 4 लोग काम कर रहे हैं, तो वो कैसी लाइफस्टाइल जिएंगे? You can understand from this example that how it affects the lifestyle of individuals, families and society in general. Then ultimately it adversely affects education and health of the population. If people are not having sufficient money to eat, then will they think of opting education? खाने की ही प्रॉब्लम है, कमा नहीं पा रहे हैं, तो एजुकेशन के बारे में कहाँ से सोचेंगे? Then if they don't get sufficient food, then they will also have health issues. So unemployment adversely affects the education and health level of the population. Other than that, educated youth or uneducated youth, youth in general, when they do not have work, they get depression, they get attracted towards the criminal activities. जिन लोगों के पास काम नहीं होता है वो लोग क्या करते हैं? हम कहते हैं ना, खाली दिमाग क्या रहता है? खाली दिमाग को हम एविल कहते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आप काम नहीं कर रहे हो तो आपको सारे बुरे बुरे ख्याल आते हैं. तो जब यूथ अनएम्प्लॉयड रहती है तो दे गेट इंडल्ज इनटू क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज़. सो क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज़ विल ऑल्सो अल्टीमेटली हार्म द कंट्री. So these are the various adverse effects that unemployment have on the country and country's economy in general. So that is why government works more and more to provide employment to the population. Although we find that in India unemployment rate is low, but the reason is that many people who are not working up to their potential, means either they are discussed unemployed, मतलब ऐसा दिख रहा है कि वो लोग काम कर रहे हैं लेकिन उनकी काम से कोई इनकम या प्रोडक्शन में इंक्रीमेंट नहीं हो रहा है. ऐसे सब लोग भी एम्प्लॉयड गिने जाते हैं, अनएम्प्लॉयड में उनको कंसिडर नहीं किया जा रहा है. देयर आर मैनी पीपल हु हैव मच मोर पोटेंशियल बट दे आर वर्किंग फॉर लो वेजेस, दे आर ऑल्सो कंसिडर्ड एम्प्लॉयड rather than unemployed. So because of all these factors, we find that in India we have low unemployment, but that is not the actually case. तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं? आप अच्छे से पढ़ो, अपनी हेल्थ का ध्यान रखो एंड पढ़ने के साथ साथ एक्स्ट्रा को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ भी किया करो, क्योंकि उससे आपके रिसोर्स बनने के, आपकी इनकम पाने के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं. So that is the end of this chapter and I hope you have liked my video by this time. So keep tuned to Nirja Education. See you with more content in the next video.